I'm going to talk about this Otto Warmbier person.
Wow, yeah.
That's the guy that came back from North Korea in a coma.
Right. True.
And what gets me about this, and I'm going to show you the clip on what Trump has said about this. And this is what gets me, bro. This is what gets me. Because he said, and I'm going to let you say it.
You're probably using this.
Let's get through the advertisement first. We got to pay the bills. There we go.
There you go.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. You have a personal relationship, and I believe Vice President Pence does, with the family of Otto Warmbier. I'm wondering, you've talked about this week's about Kim Jong Un being my friend. You called him on Twitter. You said you have a great relationship. Have you in Singapore or here confronted Kim Jong Un about Otto Warmbier's death?
I have.
Asked him to take responsibility. What did he say to you, and why do you call him your friend?
I have, and I have talked about it, and I really don't think it was in his interest at all. I know the Warmbier family very well. I think they're an incredible family.
This is incredible.
What happened is horrible. I really believe something very bad happened to him, and I don't think that the top leadership knew about it. And when they had to send him home, by the way, I got the prisoners back. I got the hostages back.
Can you believe this?
And Otto was one of the hostages, but Otto came back in shape that was not even to be talked about. I thought it was horrible. Now, the others came back extremely healthy, but Otto came back.
But anyway, let me tell you about what he said here. He pretty much says he believes Kim Jong Un didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And that he takes Kim Jong Un at his word.
Right. That's what he said.
And that he believes Kim Jong Un.
Right.
Right. Now, here's a president, again, this is frustrating for me, where these Republicans stand by him and these conservatives stand by him, where he decides to believe the dictators, where he decides to now give importance to the dictators in the world stage. See, he gives them credibility. He gives them substance. You understand what I mean? So by an American president actually going out there and saying, hey, look, I believe Kim Jong Un. I believe Putin, I take him at his word. I believe Duarte, the dictator from the Philippines. You understand what I mean? Now, that gets to me.
Yeah, me too, definitely, because it just shows you when you have topics that are very important for the progression of humanity itself, or when there's leaders that they should be backed up by the president, he don't back them up, and he won't say any comments of anything of any kind, you know. And when this happened, I don't believe he came out very quickly and spoke upon it.
The bottom line, he had the family up there in the State of the Union address, and he stood America was going to stand with him and all that.
Right.
You know, this is the hypocrisy of this guy, where he just betrays you in a minute and just walks away. You understand what I mean? And then, of course, people are going to get angry. And then they're going to feel betrayed. The same thing with Michael Cohen, what happened here. You understand? So here's my problem with this. He doesn't believe the CIA. He doesn't believe the FBI. Right. He doesn't believe his own advisors on everything they have told him about Kim Jong Un and this situation with Warmbier. Right. So my heart goes out to the family of Warmbier to let you know that the liberals and the Democrats are with you, that this is Republican, again, betrayal of the American principles.
Yes.
And the Republicans back him, and by them being quiet and not speaking out against this horrific president that decides to be on the side of dictators rather than on the side of his American counterparts, to me, it's betrayal to country. Forget loyalty to party. I need loyalty to country.
Well, you know what they say, guilty by association, right? And also you see the fact that he doesn't back up the people in America, but yet he speaks to dictators, you know, that have killed thousands and some. Well, Kim Jong has
Kim Jong Un.
You.
Kim Jong Un.
Hey, you have to edit that, okay? But the fact is that they have been a dynasty for many
come on,
centuries.
Man. This guy is a horrific dictator. Putin is a horrific dictator.
I mean, they got child labor camps. They got
he killed his own cousin or whatever, his own uncle.
Yeah, his own uncle.
I mean, come on. Yeah. You know, this is what gets me. You know, they make Alexander Cortez and the immigrants the enemy.
Right.
And then they make Putin and Kim Jong Un and all dictators our friends.
Right.
And they've already put out the allies. So the allies are no longer like, they're like, bump America, man. We're on our own. But this has awakened a whole new movement in our allies, because now it says, hey, look, now we know what happens when America gets a radical president. And they leave us behind. They turn their backs on us.
Well, that's what it is.
And that's exactly what we've done. You understand?
Because thinking.
We can't just abandon people just because we have economic interest. And the problem is that this president has personal economic interest.
Well, he's emboldened, like we talked about, he's emboldened people to come out of the woodworks that hate, and they're committing hate crimes. And it's the same situation. If you look at the up and coming of dictators in their actual countries, that's how they start. They start little at a time. The fact is that we need to do what we have to do as Americans to progress, and we need to keep within the Constitution, but at the same time, just because someone has a green deal, or a green impact, they want to make a green impact, then that's fine. Crazy.